Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I want to be talking about the red pill mentality and how I believe that it's more so a transitionary phase of development rather than a final destination that you reside in. Now, for those who don't know what the red pill is, I will dive into that in a moment, but before we get into that, we need to establish what the blue pill is. So, the blue pill mentality or ideology, when someone says, "Oh, you're caught up in blue pill," or "You're in the blue pill ideology," it's basically when you're new to the game of, dating and mating. You're new to the dating game. You're not even sure about, female nature. You don't understand anything. Like, let's say you're a young man, you've never had a girlfriend before, or you've never had any female interaction before, anything like that, and it's the first time you ever experience that. In this state, you're blue pill. Okay, now blue pill is just literally, you're just new to the game. You don't know anything. You're not aware of certain truths. You're not aware of certain nature, etc. Now, in this state, you tend to reside in a very idolized mental construct within your mind. You believe that women are these beings that are just all perfect, all happy, all loving. You're not yet exposed to the dark side of female nature, which can be fucking relentless, right? And it can be very, very destructive to a man's life if he hasn't yet been exposed to it. So in the blue pill state, a man is literally just new to the game. He's fresh, right? Never been with a chick before, never had a girlfriend before, etc. Doesn't know female nature. And so in this state, he's in this place of, idolized reality. He thinks, as I mentioned before, women are perfect. They will never hurt him. Hypergamy is not a thing, blah, 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 blah. They are literally in this state of just a dreamland. Okay? Now, what tends to happen is this blue pill man who is, raised to believe, especially if he was raised by a very feminine, imperative-based household, he's more than likely raised to believe that women are a certain way, and he doesn't understand the potential dark side that women can and oftentimes do embody. And so he's in this state of blue pill mentality, and he gets a girlfriend and he operates from this blue pill mentality. And then what tends to happen is the relationship tends to decay, leads to entropy for an array of different reasons, largely because of the mental model or the mental frame that he's operating from and how that influences his behavior. But then what happens is, the blue pill man gets in the relationship, he gets hurt, okay, whether it be one time or multiple times, and that leads him then to have certain realizations. He comes to certain, a degree of an awakening of sorts, right? And he's like, hold the fuck up. What I was taught about women, how I believed women were, they were these, what a fucking mind fuck. What a word scramble. They were just these perfect beings who would never hurt me and would never betray me, and they would never, cause me any harm or bring any chaos to my life or whatever. He goes from that place of that blue pill mentality and he starts to transition, right? He starts to realize certain things. And that's when a lot of guys go from the blue pill mentality to the red pill mentality or the red pill ideology. Now, the red pill ideology, for those who aren't aware of that, it's very popular online within the manosphere, if you want to use those terms. And basically what the red pill is, for those who haven't watched The Matrix, fucking watch it. But for those who have, The Matrix has a scene in the movie where Morpheus, who's this mentor type figure, gives Neo, the main character, an option, and he has these two pills in his hand, and he says, there's a blue pill or a red pill. You take the blue pill, you go back to Wonderland, you believe whatever you want to believe, and you live that dream life, you live the illusion. The red pill, you take that, you can never go back. You can never, once you take the red pill and understand certain truths and experience certain things, you can never go back, and you can't take the blue pill again. You are now red pilled. And so that's obviously an analogy, a metaphor. It's based in symbolism. In relation to the man's journey, the young man's journey, he goes from the blue pill, he eventually takes the red pill, more so, transitions into a red pill ideology and takes on certain beliefs through certain realizations he's had, he literally has an awakening. And so then he becomes red pill. Now, I'm not against red pill, like by any means. I think every man needs to actually have a red pill awakening. But what I am against is a man staying in this phase. So I'll explain the red pill a little bit more, and then I'll talk about the phase after the red pill, which a lot of men don't reach because they don't even know that it's a destination they can get to. So the man goes from blue to red. Now, when a man's in the red pill phase, as I said, he's had certain awakenings. He realizes certain things about female nature. He's more than likely been hurt by a woman or a couple of women in his past. And so a lot of the red pill people or guys, they actually they hate women. Like, I'm not even gonna fucking sugarcoat it. They fucking hate women. Not as much as the black pill. That's a topic for a whole nother video. But the red pill guys, they very much so, they look at women as these, like, you know, just purely like they're gonna fucking use them, and they're just running scripts, and they're subject to hypergamy. They're gonna leave you for someone better. You know, if you don't do this, if you blah blah blah. They operate very much so in this like mental construct of, yes, they have certain truths about reality and about female nature, but also they just see all women as almost like, it's very hard to explain. They see all women almost like the same, right? They're like, all women are subject to these specific laws of reality, and no one's ever different. And a lot of red pill guys, they subscribe to this mentality that like love isn't real. They really like diving into that, like, oh, love, you know, love's not fucking real. She's gonna leave me for someone better anyway. And so they become like players, right? And they become these dudes who just purely use women for sex, and they become womanizers. And as I said, they literally have an element of hate in their heart for women. And I don't speak on this topic from a theory perspective. I have read books about this, but it's not just from theory. It's from personal experience. I literally have lived every phase I'm experiencing, I'm explaining. The blue pill, that was me through and through. The red pill, like, I'll start with the blue pill. I was definitely the blue pill guy. You know, thought women were these creatures or people who were never, you know, gonna hurt me or blah, blah, blah. Got hurt a couple times, made a couple mistakes, you know, responsibility on my end as well. Realized certain truths. And then I became red pill for a period there when I was younger. And absolutely, like, I'll speak with complete truth. For a period of my life, I was absolutely the player. Like, I literally like didn't fucking even give a fuck about love or genuine connection. I didn't think, you know, love was a real thing for a very small period there. I was in the game of like womanizing. I was very much so like a player, sleeping with random chicks, you know, manipulation, all sorts of like leading chicks on, you know, telling them that I wanted to date them, and then I just, you know, would fucking eventuate into nothing, and I knew that from the start. But I was in this red pill mentality, and I, to a degree, fucking like, I don't know if I want to say I hated women, but I very much so was angry at women because of the past experiences that I had, right? Like, you know, I was hurt by certain women, whatever, right? We all have a story. And so I had this like thing in my heart of like, oh, you know, like almost like anger towards women, like, oh my, I can't believe that, you know, she would fucking do that. And then I would take it out on women who didn't actually do anything to me. It's the whole thing of, if you don't heal what hurt you, you'll bleed on those who didn't cut you, right? Like, and that's literally what I was doing. I was projecting this resentment and this anger that I had towards this particular woman to women who had literally done nothing but try and show me love. And so I was in this place of like red pill mentality, red pill ideology, and I was like being a player and a womanizer, and there was like manipulation and all this shit, right? And eventually I just realized, I was like, I'm not a good person. Like, in that phase of my life, I was like, I do not like who I've become. I do not like this fucking game that I'm playing. This like using chicks for sex, leading them on, fucking, and also the amount of time and energy I put into fucking talking to women. It's just, bro, like that phase of my life, I don't regret anything in my life, ever. But I do look back at that and I'm like, I'm so glad that I transitioned out of that phase, because a lot of men don't. A lot of men go from blue to red. That transition is almost inevitable, especially if you are interacting with women. You go from blue to red, and then a lot of guys just stay at red, and they stay in this place where they really have this like disdain for women. And I'd almost go to say they hate women, not as much as the black pill dudes, but they are very much so in this place of love's not real. I'm just gonna fucking, fuck all these random chicks. I'm gonna use them. Manipulation. Who gives a fuck? Blah blah blah. And they stay in this place for a large portion of their life, if not for the rest of their life. And I think it's extremely sad, because I'll be the first to admit, when I was in the red pill, I was it was coming from a wounded place. I was a hurt man, right? Like I say now, like when I see red pill guys, I'm like, you're a wounded boy. Like I see it. I can see it, because I was that wounded boy, right? Like I was operating from that place of being hurt and then not knowing how to deal with my emotions, and then so just projecting and then embodying this entire ideology and behavioral pattern, which was a way to cope with those feelings that I was unable to face. And so yeah, I was in the red pill and I was doing this shit, and I was showing up as a version of myself that I am not that fucking proud of, to be completely honest. But in the same sense, I don't regret it, because I know it taught me lessons, and I know in order to get to the phase I'm at now, I actually needed to experience that phase. And before I go into the final phase, I just want to dive a little bit deeper into the red pill. These guys, man, like if you're a guy who's watching this and you know you're in the red pill mentality right now, let me speak directly to you. The red pill phase, it is that. It's a phase, okay? Like literally, it's necessary. You needed to get hurt by women. You needed to experience some fucked up things. You needed to come to some really uncomfortable truths. And those experiences led you to where you are now, and it's great. The experience that you now know about female nature. You now know certain traits that might come about. You now know the dark side of the feminine. You should know these things now, which is awesome. You need to know these, because without knowing these, you're a lamb getting led to the fucking slaughterhouse, right? With the wool over your eyes. But knowing these truths doesn't mean that you need to allow it to shape you into a man who doesn't believe in love, who closes himself off from giving and receiving love to women, and who just thinks that he's going to be fucking hurt again. Like, I get it. I fucking get it. Like, I've been hurt in the past. We all have, right? Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. We all have an experience of heartbreak to some degree. And it fucking kills, right? It shatters your entire world. But you don't need to allow that one or couple of experiences to shape how you show up anymore. You don't need to allow it to cause you to close your heart and let go of that loving nature that you initially had before you got hurt. So yes, the transition from blue to red pill is necessary. You need to understand certain truths. You need to know female nature. You need to just literally be red pilled. You need that. Every guy needs that. When I see guys who aren't red pilled, I don't even though I'm a coach and whatever, I don't even try and teach them, because red pill is one of those things where literally a man just needs to experience it. I honestly look at those guys and I just think, you are in for one hell of a ride. And you are going to be hurt, and it's going to fucking kill you, but you're going to learn so much from it, and I'm excited to see the growth. But then, once a man goes from blue to red, and he gets hurt, and he realizes certain truths, and maybe he's embodying that like wounded boy energy type thing, then he has a responsibility to transition out of that. As I said, the red pill is a phase. It is not a final fucking destination. What the final phase is, and I haven't really heard this much online. I don't know if I created it per se, but it's a phase in my development which I've recognized, and that is what I like to refer to as integrated masculinity, or integration. Now, integration for me is literally blue pill and red pill integrated. So it's taking that blue pilled man that I once was, which who completely believed in love, who was so open to giving and receiving love, who had this like childlike playfulness when it came to dating and women, and almost like a degree of innocence, lack of awareness, maybe you can use that word, because I wasn't aware of certain things, but like that almost childlike ability to give and receive love without the fear of being hurt, because I hadn't been hurt at that point. So it's integrating that with the red pill truths and understanding and just general awakening. So in this final phase, when you're in this integrated masculinity phase, you are still aware of all the traits of the dark feminine. You're aware of everything that women are capable of. You're aware of female nature. You're aware of what can happen. You're aware of heartbreak. You have all these truths. You're in this place of absolute awareness. But also, you're not allowing them to cause you to be this heartless, wounded fuckboy. Honestly, like that, you're not allowing the red pill to fucking twist you into this version of you, which you know you aren't deep down, okay? You're not allowing the red pill to close your heart. In this final phase, you believe in love again with the understanding that you could be hurt from it. With the understanding that, yes, maybe she will, decide to leave you if she wants. Maybe. But even in that, right, like it's, that in and of itself is a whole topic for a video of like, knowing your worth. Like if a woman wants to leave you, okay, there's the door. Like honestly, you shouldn't want to fight for women who don't want to be in your life. Like if they're literally like, oh, I don't want to be with you, I would be like, no worries, like no stress. I don't want someone who doesn't want me. That doesn't make sense. And if that is the case, and you are fighting for a woman who is like genuinely not wanting you, then there's inner work to be done. But in this final phase, coming back to the topic of the video, in this final phase, you are integrated, and it's a really, really good place to be. Like it's where I'm at now, and I love it. I'm having the best experience. I am like, fully immersed in the dating game right now. Like I'm single at the moment at the point of this video, and I'm talking to women, I'm going on dates with women, I'm having a great time with women. Like I'm literally like allowing myself to be immersed in feminine energy, and I love it, I genuinely do. And throughout this entire process, I am allowing myself to give and receive love. I am not holding back. I'm not showing up in a way that I think I need to, otherwise her female nature will kick in and she'll think that, fuck all that. As I said, like I'm in the integrated phase now where I'm aware of all the red pill stuff. I've been through it. I've been that dude. But I also am reconnecting with that blue pill guy in a way, because that guy he's fun. He's playful. He believes in love. He believes, in the value of being with a woman. And I think that every fucking guy should get to this level, right? Like I'm swearing because I'm passionate. I tend to swear when I get passionate because I'm like, fuck, like you guys just need to know this. But when you get to this point, man, life is beautiful. Life is really, really good, because you're operating in the game of dating from a place of, your worth, what female nature is capable of, this, that, this, but you refuse to let these cold, hard facts based off your past references and past experiences shape you in a way that doesn't serve you. Okay, so every man should get to this point. Identify right now, if you're a man, I want you to literally pause this video and just ask yourself the question, am I in the blue pill phase? Am I in the red pill phase? Or am I actually in integrated masculinity? Have I made it to that final phase? If you have, I fucking applaud you. It is awesome, it is amazing. There aren't many men, particularly young men, who are in the integrated phase. So if you're there, fucking bravo, honestly, bravo. But if you're in blue pill or red pill, just be aware of where you're at. If you're a blue pill, not much I can say to you will actually get you to the next phase. All I would say to a blue pill guy is just go immerse yourself in the dating world, get in a relationship if you feel aligned with the woman, and naturally through that, he will become red pilled. He will understand certain things. If you're a red pill right now, I'm speaking directly to you. Man, this isn't the final phase. I understand right now you probably have a bit of a disdain towards women. You might think love's not real, blah, blah, blah. She's going to leave, whatever. This is a wounded place. It's a wounded perspective. It's not the final destination. Hold on to your truths, keep your awakening, but there's a next phase and you need to get there. I actually want to share, now that I've explained the blue, the red, and the integrated, I want to share a quick story about this, which actually inspired me to make this video. So, I'm not going to mention any names because that would be silly of me, but I was in a car. How long ago now? Probably 8 months ago now, and I had a conversation about it yesterday. I was in a car with one of my long-term friends, okay, male friend, and we're in this car, and this friend is red pill as fuck, right? And at this point in time, I was already in the integrated phase. And so we're having a conversation around women, and he's saying like, oh, you know, do you think it's even worth it getting in a relationship? I was like, well, yeah. I said, of course, you know, like my perspective then, not when I was in red pill, but at the point of this conversation and now, I was like, of course, you know, like relationships are amazing. You know, it's like divine union. You form a genuine connection with a woman. You have a companion. Like I see so much value in a relationship, especially if she's an aligned woman. I think a man getting into a relationship is one of the best things he can do for multiple reasons. Another whole ass video, but I think it's a net positive thing, and I wholeheartedly believe in love because I have experienced it. Okay. Anyway, we got into a bit of a discussion, turned pretty heated pretty quick. He was basically saying to me, love isn't real. Women are just operating purely from this place of hypergamous nature, and they're just going to jump to the next dude who they think's better than the current dude. And I was like, I get your perspective. I understand that's an element to female nature, but I can't fucking agree with you, bro. I can't agree with you. And he's like, why not? He's like, he's like, you know this shit. I said, I know. I said, but I also know that love is real. And I also know that I've been in some amazing relationships with some beautiful women who genuinely had nothing but love for me. And regardless, like I wholeheartedly believe the women that I was dating, have dated in the past, they had so much love for me that even if a fucking millionaire dude, it could fucking Chris Brown, whatever, like whatever echelons of status and fame and power come along, I truly believe that these women would still stay loyal to me because I believe in fucking love. And when you have an experience of genuine love, or a couple experiences, you know that it's real, right? Whereas my friend was operating from this place of love's not real, women are purely hypergamous, they will leave at any given opportunity that they have to level up in terms of the dating game. And I was like, I can't agree with you, man. I said, I fucking can't. I said, I understand from like a theoretical perspective. I said, but once you've experienced genuine love, you can't agree with that anymore. And he's like, it's not real, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bro, we had a fucking big argument. Honestly, like, I'm not gonna say it nearly led to a fucking punch on, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I literally was like, to this, in my mind, I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, honestly, I just like wanted to get the fuck away from this guy's toxic mentality towards women. I was just like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's such a wounded perspective. And I wasn't necessarily angry at him. I was angry at the ideology, and I was angry at how much it had consumed his mind and literally like indoctrinated him. And more so, I seen my past self in him, because I remember there was a version of me where I was literally like that, and I was like operating from the exact same perspective. Anyway, long story short, we're fucking going back and forth, and then I just said to him, I said, bro, I don't give a fuck. I said, you hold your views on women, on love, on dating, and I said, and I'll hold mine. I said, and that's it. Shut the fuck up. Like, just shut. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know when you get to a point where you're just like, I don't care, bro. Like, I don't even care to prove my point. I just don't care to waste more mental energy on it, mental bandwidth. And then, you know, he said to me, like, when I said that, he's like, oh, I'll take that as a dub. I'll take that as a win. And I was like, I am not trying to win or lose. I'm just trying to talk and have a discussion. Anyway, after that, I said to him, I said, you know what, man? I say this with all due fucking respect. You hold your views and I'll hold mine. And I said, and let's see where they get us. I said, 20 years time, let's see where they get us. You hold your view that women are evil, love's not real, they're all out to fucking hurt you. The best way to live is being a fucking player. You live with that. You keep that ideology and whatever, and I'll keep mine. That, you know, women are fucking creatures of love, beings of love. Women are beautiful. Relationships are beneficial to a man. Love is real, while also still understanding all the red pill stuff, but like having this more sort of a positive view on women and love in general. And I said, let's just see where the fuck it gets us. So 20 years time, let's see. I said, I can almost guarantee you, I will have a beautiful family with kids, with this, with that, a whole beautiful family unit, and you'll be fucking alone, still trying to fuck random chicks, still living in this hateful ideology of women are evil, women are... And I was just like, you keep yours, I'll keep mine. I don't give a fuck. And then when we got out of the car, I just said, bro, I said, I've got nothing but love for you. I said, I may disagree with you on this. I said, but it doesn't mean we don't have to be mates. I said, you can hold your view, I'll hold mine. I said, but nothing but love for you, bro. I said, and yeah, I just left it at that. And I hoped in my mind that I planted a seed in him to show him that there's a phase outside of the red pill. Because I seen myself in him. I seen a wounded boy in him. And I see a wounded boy in a lot of men who are under this red pill ideology. And so yeah, I hope that story showed you the truth behind this. And yeah, I just think every man should aim to get to that last phase, because the red pill isn't a place to stay. It's necessary, yes, but it's not the final destination. And yeah, just think of any beliefs you hold in your mind, any ideology that you wholeheartedly subscribe to, you got to understand that it has like a manifestation effect. What you believe, what you subscribe to, what you instill your identity in, to some regard, has a powerful effect on your reality. If you believe in your heart of hearts that all women are evil and they're out to get you and they're just, you know, based purely in hypergamous nature and love's not real, that is what you will experience. Wholeheartedly, you will experience that. Okay, there's a thing called a confirmation bias within the mind. It literally not feeds you experiences, but you attract, meaning you pick up on more experiences in your reality which are aligned with your current ways of thinking. So whatever you believe, you experience. Okay, so if you believe women are bad, boom, 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 everything I just explained, that is literally what you will experience. But if you alternatively do what I'm doing right now, which is I believe in love, I believe women are beautiful, I believe women are amazing, I think relationships are so beneficial, while still understanding the certain truths that I got from the red pill, the experience that I'm going to have and have had since having this awakening or realization, fucking awakening, like I'm a Buddha, yeah, what I'm going to have and what I have had and continue to have is beautiful interactions with women, beautiful relationships based in genuine respect and love and alignment. You choose. It's up to you. I'm not going to fucking tell you what to choose, right? Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. But I do care. I do care to the degree that I think it's beneficial for you, but it is ultimately, at the end of the day, your choice. And yeah, make whatever decision you want. You want to be the red pill dude who constantly lives in this world of fucking wounded energy and hating women, blah, blah, blah. Live there, bro. That's where you want to live. Fucking live there. But I'm telling you, what you will experience and what your reality will perpetuate is exactly what you believe. Alternatively, if you have the truths of the red pill and you enter this integrated phase of masculinity, it's fucking good, man. It's good here. It really fucking is. I'm speaking from a place of experience, embodiment. I'm here right now. As I'm making this video, I'm in the integrated level, in the integrated phase, and it feels really, really fucking good. I would never want to be in blue pill again completely. I would never want to be in red pill again completely. I love the integration phase. I'm not even going to call it a phase. I love the integration destination. Sounds good, eh? It's got a bit of a ring to it. Integration, destination. Or even better, destination, integration. That's pretty cool. Sounds like a something you can work towards. But yeah, guys, I hope you got value from this video wholeheartedly. This is a topic which I know is going to be really controversial. It's going to piss off some fucking dudes for sure. It's going to call out some guys for sure. It's probably going to piss off some women as well, for sure. Right? But whatever. I'm not out here trying to people please. I'm out here speaking the truth. I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking from experience, and I make these videos to make a positive impact. And sometimes when you're making a positive impact, you got to piss some people off. So I don't really give a fuck. But yeah, hope you got a ton of value. If you did, please give it a like. Comment what you think below. Share it with your mates. All these things really help me with the channel. I've grown my channel, like as of recently, it's been growing like 2 subscribers a day, which is fucking massive for me. I know it, you know, to big creators and stuff, it doesn't seem like anything, but at this point of this video, I'm at 90 subscribers. So yeah, you guys help me a lot. Just the watching of the videos, liking and subscribing, the comments, the messages I get, I really do appreciate it, guys. I love making these videos. I want to continue to make them. I'm making one a day, and I love this consistency. I love being able to provide value. I love just being able to jump on here and speak. It's really good. I love it. But with that, I will close. If you guys want to get in contact with me, reach out to me on Instagram. My Instagram is Ricky Gorsey, my name. And yeah, you can talk to me about anything you want. If it's literally just a conversation, or you want to inquire about one-on-one coaching community, the men's self-development community we have, or literally anything else, anything you want to talk about, feel free to reach out. Love conversations, and I'm here to help. Thank you guys. I will see you on the next video, and go and apply what you learn.